Danny Flexen here for SecondsOut, my old friend Ryan Walsh, British featherweight champion for what seems like forever. I'm sure it does for you too. You said the only way you're going to give up the belt is if you outgrow the weight or, what was the other thing? Die with it? No, it wasn't that. You either outgrow the weight or vacate it, I believe it was.
They're the two realistic, serious options, but yeah, I'd be willing to die happily. This is a sport where you have to be willing to die. It's an unwritten rule, and it's something look, there's a million ways to die. You can die by illness, you can die by tragedy. If I died fighting.
Just to say that was only 2 ways, not a million, but I'm gonna take your word for it because I know that you're really into your kind of medical history and stuff, so you'll probably be able to name a million. We'll be here all day. Despite that rather morbid turn the first question took, you seem in good spirits. You've just done a kind of little check weigh before the weigh-in for your defence against Lewis Paulin, who's behind me, not awkward at all. Just want to say, how hard is it now, or easy perhaps, to get motivated for fights of this level because you have been around the British domestic scene for so long?
It's very easy because when you're in my position and no one wants to fight, it's very easy to get motivated. I'm grateful. I was grateful to Rhys Paulin. I'm grateful to Lewis Paulin. They wanted to fight. There's 2 other fighters, like I said to you, who was put in the mandatory position and didn't fight. So I'm over the moon. I'm grateful. I want to fight. Activities are a thing that all fighters want if they're real fighters, and I'm massively grateful to be fighting. I'm over the moon to be fighting.
And the 2 fighters you talked about there, obviously Jordan Gill and Isaac Lowe, who for one reason or another didn't get to the purse bid stage.
One reason or another, that's a nice way to put it, Danny. What do you think?
Well, I'm trying to be diplomatic. I suppose you don't have to be, so you tell me. Because I'll have to interview them again one day.
When you do interview them, maybe you ask them. I can't talk for anybody else. I said it yesterday on iFilm. For business, I don't blame them. There's easier fights than me, so fair play to them and their business manager. But as men, like I said to you, when Lee Selby was the king of when he was at the top, I said, yeah, I'll fight him. Okay, I lost. Then when Josh Warrington, I was made it mandatory, off he went. So I have no fear of any 9-stoners. So
let's talk about Lewis Paulin. You said to me a few days ago when we interviewed you for the SecondsOut website that you couldn't find any footage of him beyond a 20-second clip. He found that quite amusing when we interviewed him yesterday. He thought it was a bit of an advantage, maybe tongue-in-cheek slightly. How much does it bother you? You're a very experienced fighter and you've fought all styles now at this point in your career, so I guess it doesn't bother you as much as it would a novice, if you see what I mean.
We was all amateurs. We all turned up on the night, didn't know what we was going to get, and we had to adapt and go forward. How do you explain it? That amateur experience and pedigree, which I know I have, that will come into play in this. So and more than anything, it's experience. So whatever things that I have to learn how to adapt, and that's a big advantage. I know this. I've lost because I didn't have experience. So it's for me to prove that experience makes a big difference and show that, and I have every intention to do that.
Obviously, now with MTK, big opportunity for you going forward with them. You're world rated, I believe, by the IBF as well. How important is it on this MTK show, big fight, that you make a statement and that you show people that you're worthy of a world title shot or around that level?
You've half nailed it though. Winning isn't enough, is it? We're a product. Each fighter, you're the product, so go and sell yourself. I bring a lot of support. They're going to make a lot of noise. Regardless of what I do, they're going to make noise. So my intention is to make and maintain that noise for a performance that'll get them excited and happy. And that's my job, you know. This is more than my job, it's my life. But my job as a fighter in that ring is to entertain and give all them people who come, spend their hard-earned 50 quid to come and watch me. That's a lot of money, 50 quid nowadays. How much of that of your weekly wage is that? It's a massive business.
I couldn't possibly say, but it should be more my weekly wage.
Of course, we all should be getting paid more, but on average, that's a lot of money. Plus, my fans are coming from 2.5, 3 hours away. I owe them a lot, and I'm going to make sure that I do everything in my power to make them happy. And more than anything, when they spend that 50 quid, I want them to go, that was worth that 50 quid. From me, I can't guarantee any other fighters on the bill. I can't guarantee my opponent, but I guarantee from me, they'll go, yeah, that was worth my 50 quid. That's my whole.
And is that the secret behind the whole Farmy Army, the huge fan base that you and your brothers have got? The fact that you always give entertainment, because it is a big fan base and they're willing to travel, which you can't say for all the fan bases. York Hall's regularly packed out, and like you say, it's not that close to Cromer in Norfolk where you're from. Yeah,
I think if you look at our record, especially at York Hall, we have a Fight of the Year here. We have our first ever professional title here. We had our last amateur title. My brother Michael won the heavy airs there. It's such a good stomping ground for us. I'm always excited to be fighting at York Hall. I love the venue, and I think our fans do too. I've been, as a fan myself, I went to watch a prize fighter there. I watched a lightweight prize fighter, and I got it. I was stood on the balcony and I just got it. It's got everything. It's just got everything. I love the venue, and I said it to you, for what the MSG is in New York, for what the MGM is in Las Vegas, well, York Hall is that for Britain, for me.
Just before we let you go, we're having a bit of a joke about this off camera. What's the lollipop all about?
I'm hoping Chupa Chups are going to come in and start sponsoring me. But it's something I've had now since trainer, I think, since my first British title defence. Did have it with...
Is it a superstition then?
No, definitely not. It's an advantage. I'm stood here now, depleted. We're all at this point, if you're not depleted, go down a weight, and that's full of sugar, and oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, until you're in this position, you never appreciate how nice that lolly is.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow night, and we know you'll put on a show, so we look forward to it.
Everything I've got, and I will not leave nothing else. That's all I can give, and that's all I intend to give. Everything.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.